of them, long as I got stuff from most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff from most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist decent taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here.
God damn.
Goddamn is fucking right, man. Goddamn is right. How is everybody doing, man? How is everybody doing here today on this fine Monday night of June 10th, 2024, man? Welcome everybody to the show. How the hell are you guys doing, man? And thank you for being here as always, man. Thank you for being here as always, man. You know we always appreciate you guys being here. But yes, how is everybody doing, man? And boy, do we have some interesting episodes of television to talk about, man. We had a episode of Dynamite on Wednesday that absolutely blew dick. It absolutely was a horrible show. It was a horrible show. Aside from MJF, they're really going to show. They're really going to extreme lengths to show you that no matter who they sign, if your TV sucks, your talent will never be used to the best of their ability because their talent will constantly be overlooked by the shit quality of the television.
Yeah, that is very true.
Again, man, I don't care who you sign. I don't care what you do. I mean, look at all the people WWE lost over the past 4 years. But they still, they still do have a lot of great, but with a lot of those people that they lost, a lot of people would say, man, this show's got to suck without this guy. This show's got to suck without that guy. This show's got to suck without that guy. And it did, obviously, for a while, but when Triple H took control of the WWE, he really utilized the tools he had to work with at the time. And since then, he's been able to bring people back and attract people back, man. But again, if your television sucks, I don't care who the fuck you sign, because again, all that is untapped potential. All that is going to be a question mark is, man, what if Will Ospreay was actually in a company where the fucking weekly TV was good shit? He's doing great now in terms of his match quality, but again, untapped potential, useless title reigns, pointless title reigns. Tony Khan's just he's booking him into oblivion like he's fucking Triple H in 2002. I mean, what the fuck are you putting the internet? You're putting titles on this guy, giving him world title shots, and I don't even know if he's going to put him in the Owen or not. I certainly fucking hope not, but I mean, again, now, would I have loved to see Will Ospreay run a tournament? Sure, I would have. But he's the international champion. He's already going for the world championship. I mean, at this point, what's the sense of putting him in the Owen tournament? I don't get it, man. But, yes, the show was lifeless, bro. The show was lifeless, man. It really was. It was just the kind of show you sit there and you just fucking question, what the fuck are they fucking doing? They're giving fucking Chris Jericho a show's long worth of segments throughout the night of fucking shit comedy. It's got to be some of the worst comedy I've ever seen in my fucking life. And then, what were you saying?
Oh, go ahead. I was about to just shit on the comedy too. Like the happy-go-lucky. I hate that shit, dude. That shit was garbage.
On top of that, man, you're fucking you're giving out, random title opportunities, just to disguise things for making sense. You're doing that, man. You got the, oh my god, the Elite. How do you win Anarchy in the Arena and then say to Christian Cage in a backstage segment, we might still have some stroke around here? Shouldn't they have the stroke in the company since they won the match?
Wasn't the whole point of that match is who basically controls the fucking company? So what was the point of that match then? Like, what?
I don't know. So Tony Khan could get his fucking 30 seconds of TV time before Jack Perry got fucking lit into oblivion. These guys are feuding with the Acclaimed. You win Anarchy in the Arena, and you were once one of the most important parts of the show, and you drop down significant pegs for no reason. And they won the match. They won the match in convincing fashion. They had Darby Allin hanging up by his fucking broken foot, kicking him in the fucking face. Jack Perry pinned Bryan Danielson. And they have the audacity to say, we might still have some stroke around here, in a sad tone, as if they got their power ripped away from them after winning the match.
Well, that was the whole point of the match, was who controls the company. Dude, I don't get what the fuck they're doing with this. This was, this whole, every week at Dynamite, everything that happens on television feels like fucking busy work. It's just, we gotta have TV, so you go do this. Why don't you do this? We'll build to this. Bro.
Yeah.
Did you see what they announced for Forbidden Door? Another match they announced.
I know what you're talking about, yeah. Yeah, don't even gotta say, bro.
Dude, last year, I was reading it, wasn't this already a match? It was. We were getting Orange Cassidy versus Zack
Sabre Jr. That was a match last year? I thought it was...
Either that or the year before. One of the years. It happened. It already happened at Forbidden Doors. It is my point.
Hold on. Oh! Wait, no. Didn't he face Danielson last year? At Forbidden Door?
Yeah, last year I think he faced Danielson, but I think the first year he faced...
Well, because the first year he faced Claudio, because Cassidy faced Ospreay. You're probably thinking of a random episode of Dynamite. I feel like I have seen the match before, for sure.
Versus fucking Jack Sabre Jr. Dude, I swear this happened before. Japan Global.
It might... Wait a minute. No, you're right. Wait a minute. No, because Danielson got hurt, and he had to face Sabre at Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm thinking of Dynasty. You're right, because Forbidden Door 2023.
I was gonna say, I swear this happened last year. You know what? They changed it last year to that Fatal 4-Way. It was gonna be those two.
Yes, and then Shibata and Daniel Garcia got involved. Yes, that is what happened.
It was gonna be those two, but still, you're wasting the talent of Zack Sabre Jr. on Orange Cassidy again. I don't give a fuck.
Why didn't they just do it last year at this point?
I don't get it, dude. I don't fucking get it.
Bro, man, I don't know. I don't understand. The show is just Man, the show is just the show is shit, man. The show is shit. Again, you can have all the fucking talent in the world. You can, bro. You could bust out the checkbooks and fucking sign every free agent you got coming your way, man. If there's no thought and care put into your television, it has no chance of succeeding, because again, it's just lifeless, dude. It's a lifeless show. You watch it, again, lifeless. You fucking sit there and the shit happens and you have no emotion through half the show, and you just you just sit there without a soul for 2 hours. That's AEW Dynamite at this point.
No, literally, you literally just sit there for 2 hours and wait for it to end. Wait until like 9:05 to 9:10 for the fucking show to end every fucking week.
And with each passing week, we're gearing towards like 9:15ish.
Oh, literally, dude. They're slowly fucking, just slowly.
It gets longer and longer. But bro, so anyways, what is going on, everybody? We're back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, another edition of Notorious Unscripted. This is episode 199, one episode away from 200, man. And how's everybody doing? And like I said, welcome to another edition of Unscripted. If this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how the show works, every Monday we're on here with Notorious Unscripted after Monday Night Raw. Every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we're on here with the news, man. If you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, big plans for Braun Breaker as WWE goes into the Netflix era. Is Roman Reigns possibly returning soon? And Chad Gable nearing a deal with the WWE, man. We talked about a bunch of good stuff on that episode of the news, man. That is episode 217, I believe. And if you guys did miss that, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single Monday after Monday Night Raw or every Friday at 4 p.m. Central for the news, man. Also, if you guys did not get a chance to get your hands on the Notorious Hills Podcast merchandise, you guys can now find the hottest, most beautiful merch in all of the IWC. You guys can now find this live on the merch shop. Again, man, that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this video, where you can find all 8 of these beautiful, beautiful designs and more available on there for you guys, man. On bonfire.com. Again, link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Hills Podcast, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Big week finally, man. Thursday, big day. Finally get surgery for the hernia that I've had since January. Well, since I've known about since January. So yeah, I'm excited. Get that finally fixed. And it's gonna be a good week, man. It's gonna be a good week. But like Toronto was at, oh yeah, and Clash weekend too. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a real fun weekend, man. Can't wait for it. Like Toronto always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. The family's good. How is everybody doing in a live chat? How is everyone doing in the replay? What are you, bro? How are you doing?
Doing all right, bro. Doing all right, man. Just yeah, bro. Just trying to find peace of mind, bro, in this crazy life of mine. But other than that, man, I'm all right, bro. I'm all right, and yeah. So that's. Yeah, nothing too much going on, to say the very least. So, as Durante always asks, I'm good, family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, anybody in the live chat, whether you're here now, Hunter, whether you guys are here now, like I said, or if you're part of the Replay Mafia, how the hell are you guys doing? JT, JB, Gotti, how the hell are you guys? And thank you guys, as always, for tuning in, man. So, man. AEW Dynamite, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So, The show opens up with the return of MJF. I'm glad we waited 2 weeks out from Double or Nothing. Build a little suspense. No need to rush anything. And guess what, man? This is the best part of AEW Dynamite because we got a fucking promo segment.
Look at that.
Wow.
I missed MJF.
Oh. He's one of the only ones in the company that understands the importance of one.
Literally.
All right, man. So MJF comes out there and he says MJF is back. He promotes his new t-shirt, The Wolf of Wrestling, and he promotes, he says he's going to beat some rando from New Japan or CMLL at Forbidden Door in the most magical place on earth, Long Island, New York. He then says he's done shilling. He says children are making bold claims on his show. He says one calls himself the Rainmaker, yet his physique looks like he can't even afford a gym membership. Yikes. He then says the other person has been swerving around, saying he's the leader of the Mogul Embassy, even though his whole group turned on him. And then he says, yes, there's one other child swerving around saying that he's the leader of the Mogul Embassy, even though his whole group turned on him. He says
talking about Jeff for a second.
Oh, Jesus. He then says, but the thing is, Swerve calls himself a business mogul. And that is what offended MJF the most, because if he was a business mogul, he must have skipped his public speaking course. And the last child he mentioned, the other one was from a Cockney cockhead running around saying, "Oi, I'm the best in the world, bruv." MJF says that is interesting because he's not Jericho, Jon Moxley, Cody Rhodes, Samoa Joe, Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, Hiroshi Tanahashi. I was waiting for him to throw CM Punk's name in there.
Dude, I was waiting.
Yeah. Because he says he's beaten all of those men. And he says the next time he wants to lie on his show with his yellow, crooked British teeth to watch their tone and check their mouth. He says Silly Billy is not the best. He is. He says in only 5 years at AEW, he became the face of AEW, and he says he says he went from being the most hated to the most beloved, and that does not happen on accident. He calls the roster revisionist, trying to revive his legacy before he was interrupted by Roosh. Is this going to be the Forbidden Door match? Because good God, this might as well just be an AEW pay-per-view at this point. You should promote this as AEW. You know how at the top of the Forbidden Door logo, it's AEW X New Japan?
AEW X AEW.
It should 100% be AEW X AEW DLC pack. Because, good Lord, this is basically AEW versus people from other companies that AEW signed.
At least all. That's all it is. It's not, we're actually facing these people from the companies, but well, we took them from that company, so it counts. No, the fuck it doesn't. The whole point of the Forbidden Door is you walk through the door of another company. That's the whole point.
Yeah, it's not so forbidden when they work there on a week-to-week basis. Anyways, so Roosh interrupts MJF. He says... he tells MJF he never shuts up. He never shuts up, just like all of these people. He says he's been busting his ass while MJF was hurt. Even though, wasn't Roosh hurt like the same time MJF was hurt?
He was hurt for a minute. Didn't he just come back?
he like this is his first time. Well, he came back like a couple weeks ago. This is his first time on Dynamite, I believe. But I believe they, did his, big return on Rampage. So I can see why he's upset. But wasn't Roosh was, I remember he was in the Continental Classic. He did great in there, but just like everybody in the Continental Classic, they didn't fucking do anything with him after it. And then he got hurt. So I don't really understand that, but whatever. So he says he was busting his ass while MJF was hurt, yet he did not get the big celebration like MJF did. He was asking, where is my celebration? Where's the celebration for Roosh, man? I don't know. I guess it's over there on Friday nights. That's where Tony gave him his celebration. So,
Tony's not a Mark Perry, man. You ain't getting that celebration party.
Exactly. Tony gave him like a solid 4 weeks in the C2, and then absolutely said, to hell with Roosh. So anyways, he said he did not get the celebration like MJF did, and he said he's tired of waiting for the spot, so he is just going to take it, because when you mess with the bull, you get the horns. MJF then tells then tells Roosh he didn't get any of that, but it's not his fault, because when Tony Khan was running this place, it was rough. But now that the Elite have taken over, it's gotten even worse, and he has no idea what's going on. Really, because later in the show, the Elite decided to go out there and say, we might have some stroke around here. So who's running the fucking show? What is it? What is this? What are they trying to rehash? The fucking Vince McMahon and Triple H power struggle and turn that into a fucking on-screen story?
Basically, man. That's basically what it is, even though they won the match that should allow them to have complete control over the company. But I digress on that fucking point.
MJF says here, Tony, the Elite's running the show. The Elite are telling Christian they don't know what they can do because, they don't know what they could do, but they still have a little stroke left around here. What? Who's running the fucking show? Is it Christopher Daniels? Is it still CM Punk? Who's running the show? Come on, bro.
Fuck, it might be Punk, dude. He might be texting security.
No wonder why he hasn't been on fucking WWE television. He's probably fucking controlling Dynamite again.
He probably is. He went back, started controlling shit again. I respect it.
Jesus. He says he didn't get any of that, but it's not his fault, because when Tony was running this place, it was rough, but now that the Elite have taken over, it's gotten even worse, and he has no idea what's going on. He tells Roosh, Roosh goes to speak, and because he asked Roosh to repeat it for him, and as soon as Roosh goes to speak, MJF tells him, no one gives a shit what you have to say, he makes fun of his suit. He says with that suit you're wearing, it looks really cheap. It's making your bank account look real dry. Like any woman you've ever been with. He says that he took it too far, and he knows how talented Roosh is. And he talked about how he brought up how back in February, or not this Revolution, but wait. The Danielson. No. MJF was hurt for this Revolution. I'm fucking tripping. Last year he brought up how he hired Roosh to take out Bryan. God damn, that match does not seem like it was that long ago.
It really, that injury just made the timeline feel so weird with MJF now. It really did. Feels like he was, it feels like it wasn't that long ago. Like you said, it's weird.
Yeah, because in my head, I'm like, oh, it had to have been that. It had to have been this past Revolution, because it feels like fucking, like I remember watching that match vividly.
Yeah, I remember all that shit on TV too. It's crazy,
it was a fucking mid-ass pay-per-view, and then they absolutely came on and stole the fucking show away, and proceeded to put on a banger in the main event. But, anyways, so. He talked about how he hired Roosh, and to take out Danielson, and he talked about how talented that he knows he is, and he speaks to Roosh in Spanish. He said, something to him in Spanish. It beats me. And swear, half the time you would not believe I have a little Mexican in me, because, boy, I have no idea what this boy said. But anyways, Roosh comes down to the ring, and a pull-apart brawl happens, but that was the opening segment to AEW Dynamite, and it was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. I liked MJF getting into him getting into a feud off the bat. Roosh is I guess it's a good first feud back. I hope it's not something long term. I hope it's kind of just something that they kind of just use to introduce MJF back into the fold. But I don't know if this is going to be the Forbidden Door match or not. But yeah. So yeah, if this is the Forbidden Door match, I think the Owen starts at Forbidden Door. So I genuinely have no fucking idea who they're going to put in the tournament at that point. I mean, they could do what they did last year and put only a couple matches out of the tournament in Forbidden Door, but I am very scared to see what this Owen bracket looks like, because I think it's going to be pretty bad. I hope not, but
I think that, yeah, from the way things have been shaping up, I feel like the Owen tournament's going to be the most obvious shit in the world. There's going to be the name on the one end, and we all know it's going to win that end, and the name on the right that's going to do the same thing, and it's just going to be generic. I feel like that's what we're going to get. But as for the opener thing, I love seeing MJF. Miss him. God, I fucking miss his presence on AEW Dynamite. A promo in the ring. Boy, do I miss those. And I love that with MJF, we're going to get one damn near every time he's on TV. So I'm excited for that, man. Roosh is an interesting opponent. I mean, I'm happy they're using Roosh, and that, like, you're using him enough against someone like MJF. I like the sound of that. Forbidden Door, of all places, is the worst place you could probably do it, because again, it negates the whole point of Forbidden Door. But what do I know, man? If that is the match, it could not. It could just be a couple weeks, or whatever. And we'll see, man. We'll see if his New Japan opponent could interrupt him with the match with Roosh, distract him, start that shit. Who knows how that's gonna start? If it's not Roosh. But as for the promo, love the dude. I love MJF. I always hate how Twitter hates the guy. AEW fans hate the guy. I don't get it. This is everything your show needs. I don't know why you hate him. But I love it. I love his promos. I love his presence, and I'm so glad he's fucking back, man. And I gotta say, dude, I love the leather jacket look. I think it really fits him. And I'm glad he evolved like that. I really like it.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I love suited MJF. I mean, who doesn't? But it's there comes a time eventually, man, for everybody to evolve, and I'm glad he didn't just. And honestly, bro, even if it didn't work, I'm glad he fucking tried something. Instead of, because that's what a lot of people in AEW do. They find what they like, and you see the same fucking old act for ever since AEW has started. I mean, like, you look at a team like the Young Bucks, constantly evolving, constantly trying something new, right? And then you look at a team like the fucking Lucha Bros. They're literally the exact same from how we seen them. Like, not a new theme song, not even new entrance trons, no new attire, no new, at least trying out a new attire look, nothing. You know what I mean? And that's how a lot of teams are or a lot of, not even just teams, that's how a lot of talent is in AEW. They don't like to evolve.
They play it too safe. They're really just sitting there collecting checks, playing everything too safe, man. Everything this company was made to counter is what they became. Just a complacent, lazy, just everything, that fucking old Vince McMahon WWE was.
Definitely, man. And it's almost like what we talk about all the time with the Street Profits. You know what I mean? I mean, you fail to evolve, man, and it's just like what. Nobody wants to see, this lame, tired ass shtick. You know what I mean? For MJF, Obviously, if he wanted to, he could have drug it out more, because, again, who doesn't love suited MJF? But, again, he wanted to come back with a new presentation, and his character's in a different spot than it was the last time we seen him, so, therefore, we get something new, and I can appreciate that.
I love that. Exactly.
Yeah, again, like I said, would I absolutely eat suited MJF up fucking for every Wednesday out of the for every Wednesday for the next 5 years? Probably. He was he was absolutely incredible. But again, I can appreciate his characters in a different spot, and we're not just gonna get the same old MJF because this man has been traumatized, bro. His best friend turned on him, and he's been through a lot of rough shit since we've seen him the last time, so I can appreciate just the subtle changes like that. But even with like a guy like Malachi Black, could he have came in and did the same old Aleister Black type stuff? He absolutely could have. Asked Tony to give him the, floating bass that rises him up and coming out in the leather jackets. No, he didn't, man. He didn't. He wanted something new. He introduced the masks, and just he did a completely different. Yeah, he tried to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he experimented with a nice new look, and it worked out, but Tony Khan's booking just didn't work out.
No, exactly. He worked out. He was dope. Man. You guys would have seen me watching that. It was crazy, man. But it sucks because a lot of the people that do, are willing to evolve and are willing to do this and that, they never get used as much as the people who have stayed the same since AEW started. And it really goes to show like how Tony Khan is with he has his comfort characters. And there is comfort characters because they ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy, they could play it up as like, oh, he's literally been the same thing his whole run. He wears the same thing every day. It hasn't changed. But a lot of people around him has changed. He hasn't. Guess who's his favorite? Or guess who's Tony Khan's favorite? Him. A lot of Tony Khan's favorites are the same, man, and it's really frustrating.
Definitely, and it's like especially in a guy like Orange Cassidy's case, it's like the only sort of evolving he does is, he wrestles a little more, but ultimately that led to Tony Khan overexposing the shit out of him because he's a great wrestler, but again, when you shove a great wrestler down people's throats, people overlook it because people get tired of it. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's just, there's a ton a ton of just acts and like that in AEW where again these people stay the exact same, and it doesn't even have to be a drastic change. It doesn't, no. Man. It doesn't have to be a drastic change at all. It could be look at Jon Moxley. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning of AEW, his hair was a little longer. He used to wear those, gringy ass just vest with Mox spray painted on the back, and his just attire looked a little more just gringier. Now, it's a bit of a different look. He goes, with the bald, he doesn't really wear his vests anymore. He just likes to wear like his Blackpool attire, just that kind of stuff. And his gear is a lot cleaner nowadays in terms of just, again, instead of like patches all over the place, now it's just kind of sort of like a camo look or all black he usually goes with. Or you look at a guy like Danielson too. Something as little as growing the hair out, and but not how we remember it, because everybody remembers Danielson with either short hair or with long hair, but this time he kind of went with a fusion of both. He went with, kind of something like I have, except his whole sides and back is shaved, and he wears, his leather vest or his Blackpool Combat stuff, as opposed to WWE, we were seeing the guy with a t-shirt. Or it's like with Adam Cole, with the leather jacket, now, I don't really like his leather jacket on him, to be honest. It looks like he's wearing his fucking grandpa's jacket. It looks so big on him. I wish he would go back to wearing the t-shirts, but I can appreciate the talent, just switching up little things like attire or hair or whatever the case is. Just a lot more than, like I said, a lot of people in AEW and a lot of people in WWE are guilty of the shit too, of not evolving whatsoever.
Oh yeah, number one, we always fucking talk about the Street Profits. Some people just don't learn to evolve and change because it's okay to evolve and change. It really is.
Definitely. So look at what people complained about with Roman Reigns for so many years. Why is this guy still coming out with this fucking tactical vest on that he was coming out in the Shield with? You know what I mean? Everybody hated the guy's guts. He evolved, did something as tiny yet so big as to take the vest off.
Yeah.
Switch up the character. Take the vest off and fucking exchange it for an Ulafala. And look at
it. Legendary.
Look at how far that came. So again, you may be sitting here listening to us thinking, why the fuck are they talking about this kind of shit? But it's stuff like that does make a huge difference. And I can appreciate that, MJF, decided to make, in his case, it's a little bit more of a bigger change, but the smaller changes work as well. Again, like I said, look at what it did for Roman Reigns. Simply, all he had to do was take off his fucking 6 layers of Velcro and that he was fucking, that attached that vest together to his back and his chest. He just had to unstrap that, take it off, and exchange it for the Ulafala, and look at how far that went for him. Because again, with the Ulafala came the tribal, one of the greatest characters of all time. You know what I mean? So
the original fucking boss.
Good old Rock.
It's because I stole it. Fucking Rock.
But,
it's good to change, man. I'm glad MJF tried that out because it's been a success.
For sure. We get a video package with Roderick Strong training, talking about how the sun is going to be setting, but not on him. It's going to be setting on Swerve's title reign. This is a decent little video package. It was shot real nice. He was, just, it looked like he was on a hike, and he was running up a mountain that had like stairs on it. I'm assuming just some random hiking trail. So, he was, like I said, hiking and just training, I guess, out in the wilderness, and talking about how he's going to beat Swerve. So decent production value here, man. And yeah, it was pretty good to play into the main event. And good Lord, I can't wait to talk about that.
Definitely, man. Definitely. But it was fun. Nice little video package, man. I liked it. It was nice. And it was fun.
Absolutely. A number 1 contender international championship match. Excuse me. Oh, Lord. Excuse me if I'm wrong here, but isn't the fucking international champion supposed to be building to a match against the world champion? What?
You would think.
You really fucking would. If you had a brain in your head, you would really think so. But no, we're doing a international championship number 1 contender match with 4 guys who have no rhyme or reason to even sniff a match with Will Ospreay right now. It doesn't play into story. They don't have any fucking history. I mean, maybe OC and Will Ospreay do, but I mean, who gives a shit to see that right now? Who the fuck wants to see Orange Cassidy fighting for the fucking North American title again, or the international title again, whatever the fuck? Not me. So what does Tony Khan do? He gives the match. So, first of all, Orange Cassidy's in this, who's, again, why is he fighting for the international for a shot at the title, the international title, when he's in the middle of a feud with Trent? Okay, that's the first thing. Kyle O'Reilly. Who in their fucking baby mama would fucking give Kyle O'Reilly a international title shot right now. Jay Lethal. What?
Whatever happened to Jay Lethal turned Jeff Jarrett, and he goes on fucking months ago gave up on that.
That 6 months ago in the Continental Classic. That shit was in
Holy
December.
damn.
They were building to
Oh
that.
God, that was that long ago. Holy fuck. Oh my God.
And last but not fucking least, Ray fucking Phoenix. Didn't this guy just lose a trios title match at the pay-per-view? What?
Why is this man the random singles match god? Why does he have to be in every single random match on not singles, Dynamite? Why is he the random Dynamite match god? Why is he everywhere? Why?
This is what scares me about Ricochet.
Oh, he is going to take that role.
This is what absolutely scares me about fucking Ricochet is I am so scared Ricochet I told this to Sir K a couple days ago when we were speaking privately, but when the news came out, and we'll get to it on Friday, bro, but Ricochet is amazing, obviously, and I genuinely believe AEW is going to use him in the role where he's one of those guys that, again, he's not the best promo, but he's also not the worst. He can hold his own, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe that's a little pushing it, but yeah, he can keep his head above water. I don't know about the rest of his fucking body, but he could at least keep his nose above water at the very least. He's going to be one of those guys, and I'm calling it now. On June 11th, we're past midnight. On June 11th, I'm fucking calling it right now. He's going to be the guy that a match is going to come out on Dynamite, and it's going to be a huge match, and you're going to be like, why didn't they make that a story? This could have been a huge story for them, and they're just randomly announcing the match on Dynamite. That is the kind of guy Ricochet is going to be. It is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. He is going to be the random big TV match guy. Oh, we need a crazy ass opponent for the sickos for Bryan Danielson on Dynamite. Let's do fucking Ricochet. We need a random opponent for fucking Kenny Omega when he comes back. Let's do Ricochet.
Yep.
It's gonna be that dude. That's all he's gonna be.
It's you're gonna see Will Ospreay versus Ricochet because Will wants Ricochet there so bad. I think that's the one they'll give him a little bit of a story to. But I'm telling you right now, man, all these other guys, Okada, Danielson, fucking Jack Perry, Darby Allin, all these guys, Ray Phoenix, Orange Cassidy, all these guys, you're going to look at these matches and you're going to say, AEW could have actually got a decent little, 4 to 8 week feud out of these two. Yet they're just putting him on a random match with this random one-off match with this guy on Dynamite. I guarantee you that's the kind of guy Ricochet is going to be in AEW. Now, I think Tony's going to like him, and I think he'll be used better in AEW in terms of just them appreciating what he brings to the table more, because WWE did not appreciate what Ricochet brought to the table at all. But I think Tony Khan's going to appreciate the guy's talent more. I just hope he actually uses his talent to tell nice stories. And if we're all being realistic here, that's not happening in AEW.
No, he won't. He'll be, this person's returning. I'm going to use this person for 3 weeks. And during those 3 weeks, that person will guaranteed face Ricochet when they are used for 3 weeks. That is what he's going to be.
Definitely. Ray Phoenix pins Jay Lethal to win the match.
Bad to worse. Oh, good lord. Bad enough that we do these things. Why is he winning?
Guess this is as good as mine.
I get in wrestling, You have those multi-man matches. For some reason, I hate when they do this, but every company always does it. They throw in a tag team guy to fill it out. That tag team guy's not supposed to be the one that fucking wins the match. He's filler. Ugh,
Lord, I don't know, man.
I don't know either, man.
He pins Jay Lethal. Trent comes out to attack Orange Cassidy. Chris gets in between Orange and Trent, even though she already turned heel on Orange last week. She's acting like she's playing peacemaker. She gets in between them, and then she smacks Orange Cassidy in the face and starts punching him as Orange is just standing there taking it. And then Willow Nightingale makes her return and comes out and saves Orange Cassidy as Trent and Chris Statlander retreat, and Orange and Willow are in the ring, just kind of standing there, I guess, looking at the heels menacingly or whatever. So that was that. Again, first of all, what the fuck has Rey Fenix done to win this match? To even be in this match, let alone win it. Absolutely
And
nothing.
how many fucking turns does a single person need? She turned on Willow, then she turned on um fucking Cassidy, and she like fake out help turned on him again. You're a heel now. Just do heel. You're an AEW heel. Go to an orphanage and punch people. That's what you do as an AEW heel now. Like, what are you doing here? Why are you faking him out when you already turned on him specifically as well? The fuck.
Man. So, that was that. The next segment is the learning tree.
We get them all.
Hey! Hey! fucking Chris, fucking Chris Jericho gets out of the fucking Escalade, and he's talking to the driver. As someone who's had a driver's license for 30 plus years, or whatever the fuck he said, you need to get better at your turns. Thank you. Bye. Are you fucking for real? Again, now we just talked about this. What I can appreciate is the guy tried something different, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, not all fucking reinventions and not all evolutions work. Some of them fucking suck. And this is the drizzling shits of AEW Dynamite right here. Every fucking time I see Chris Jericho, I absolutely want to fucking spike pile drive myself right through my fucking coffee table.
Oh, dude, it's absolutely garbage. I don't know if this man has been on a fucking Chad Gable watch party, but was that Wednesday night just completely early shoosh Chad Gable? Oh, that's all he did was that shtick.
You're getting
And
early. You're getting early Chad Gable. I'm getting a little bit of Chase U. But now that you say that, it's probably a mix of both. Because I could see that.
It's that like happy, like I'm gonna say something disrespectful, but I'm saying it all nice and try to be that fake genuine. Like it's early shoes Chad Gable.
Yep.
And like 2 weeks before that he was like full like current Chad Gable. Like, dude, I love the guy too. But don't fucking copy him, bro. Dude, that shit was so bad, dude. Every time he would go up to, every time the camera would cut, and I have to see that transition on Dynamite, and I just see the fucking back of his head, and they were walking. I was just like, oh, please. Fucking hell.
It is horrible. Every time I hear this guy talk about a teachable moment or talk about all this stuff, it really reminds me of, Andre Chase and Chase University. But Now that you say that, I could definitely see where you draw the comparisons of the early Shoosh Chad Gable when he was doing the I graduated with a 4.0 GPA. Thank you. All yeah,
Mhm.
I remember. Yep, I could see where you draw that comparison for sure. But then he starts talking to the cameraman, Lenny or Larry or whatever his name was. He's telling him how to hold the camera, and he's telling them how they need to film the Redwood and the Bad Apple.
And dude, that dynamic of fucking Brian Keith's unintimidating ass trying to be like the fucking Jey Uso of the
Brought no
bloodline,
more.
all serious. Like, bro, you're not the fucking Pitbull Jey Uso bloodline, bro. You're not. That's what he's trying to be too, and it's pissing me off. Oh, you better respect, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. You ain't shit. You're
Nobody's scared
Brian
of you,
Keith.
bro. I don't even remember the last time you won a match.
I would rather be a bum on the street than you. So you don't intimidate me, bro. Come on.
Fucking
Ugh.
Brian Keith.
Dude, that would piss me off every time he would fucking get angry and Church Jericho would have to calm him down. Fucking trash, dude.
He walks away, walking into the building. Hey! Hey! Come on, bro.
Dude,
Willow's backstage, doing a backstage interview with Renee. She congratulates Mercedes Moné, says soon there will be a score to settle, but she couldn't. She said she couldn't have trusted Stokely, but she never thought Stat would turn on her. She says she's always talking about her smile, but after getting stabbed in the back, that can be a dangerous thing. Orange Cassidy then comes up to her, and as Willow's all serious and looking amazing during this promo segment, very intense, very just great delivery on the promo. Orange Cassidy comes up, gives her knuckles, and she just starts fucking smiling again. Like, god damn it. Can we just do a fucking camera cut where she doesn't have to fucking smile?
like, does this dude just have to be everywhere? Like, bro, just, can we not with Orange Cassidy just for a little bit? Can we not? Can he not be everywhere?
Jesus. I don't know. I don't know why she couldn't have just gave him knuckles and still had the menacing look on her face because she's pissed off about her best friend turning on her. But, Orange Cassidy just makes everybody fucking smile, I guess.
Except for me.
Christopher Daniels comes out and announces, yeah, seriously, fucking budget Adam Pearce.
Comes out in that goofy ass red suit and his bald ass head. Like, bro, just wear your normal like leather jacket, bro. You literally look like Discount Adam. You look like the Hubs version of Adam Pearce, bro. Come on.
Well, if he puts on his leather jacket, he might look like H, like back in his BTE days.
It might be a better look for him if I'm being honest.
So, budget Adam Pearce comes out and announces qualifying match for the TNT Championship ladder match at Forbidden Door. Mark Briscoe versus Brian Cage.
Mark Briscoe versus Bright. We get the Swolverine out there.
Now again, I don't mind seeing Mark Briscoe in the match, but I mean, man, what a match to really get the fucking audience rocking. Mark Briscoe versus Brian Cage.
It is the fucking AEW fillers versus each other. Like, bro,
Holy
there's supposed to be the
shit.
fillers for other people in the tournament, not each other. What the fuck?
Man. Mark Briscoe defeats Brian Cage, so he's in the ladder match. And again, I know I have no problem with Mark Briscoe in the ladder match. You're gonna need somebody in there who's a bit of a sort of high flyer. Kind of likes to do a lot of jumps and stuff like that, so I understand that. But I'm glad it wasn't Brian Cage. However, after the match, it immediately goes to the back, and Jack Perry's watching this match on he's watching Mark Briscoe celebrate on a monitor, and he says nobody can stop him, and the universe has already chosen him as the next TNT champion.
We all know what's going to happen with this tournament. Jack Perry is going to put himself in it, and he's going to win. Even if he doesn't win, technically they're going to do something where he ends up winning anyway. So
Yeah.
I really don't know why they just didn't give it to him in a segment. I think genuinely that would have been a better course of action at this point. You already got a tournament going on. You really don't need another one.
But see, the thing is, man, the Elite, they don't got no stroke, I guess, around here anymore. So he's got to put himself in a ladder match to get, to the match, man. He can't, they don't only have a little bit of stroke now after,
Oh,
winning Anarchy in the Arena.
against winning the team that represented the old boss, they beat that team. It, dude, it's infuriating, dude. Ugh. It's like when you're playing an open world game and like you just got done with a mission that like destroys a part of the map and you go back into free mode and the map is exactly the same and nothing has changed. You're like,
Yep.
that is AEW Dynamite to a T.
Hook and Samoa Joe are in the back, and the varsity athletes come up and try to get in a little backstage scuffle with them, which ends with Hook pulling or Joe pulling Hook away from the scuffle or whatever, and then he was telling Hook, they knew what they were doing. They seen all this. They seen all these security guards hanging around here. They knew exactly what they were doing. So, he's just, I guess, trying to teach Hook to channel his anger. But I will say, I
Like this.
actually really enjoy the chemistry between these two. I don't know if you guys seen on social
That,
media
yeah,
that
that happened to
mhm.
them back. Yeah, I was just gonna ask you if you saw that.
Yes, yeah, I don't know if it was on Rampage or Collision or if it was just a social media promo, but it was Hook and Samoa Joe backstage, and they had this fucking dork Shibata filming the shit, and like he's fucking Brad Maddox, and they go in the varsity athletes locker room, and they like attacked him and again made Smart Mark beg for his life. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
just really good stuff, and I really enjoy these two together, actually. And then Shibata's there.
yeah, Shibata's kind of just the third wheel, man. He really is the he let's just say they're in the hotel room, man. He's sitting in that chair that's off to the side of the bed, man. But I actually do really like the dynamic between these two. You got like a badass older mentor, and you got like a cool younger guy. I think they have a really good fucking dynamic. Their banter's really cool. This is easily the best like hook, you know, duo we've seen. There are
Yeah,
all the fucking like 12 of them in AEW. This is the one with the most potential, man. And I like seeing it every week, dude. I really do.
absolutely. Chris Jericho.
Love it. I love it. I don't love the segment, but I love hearing you disappointingly just say his name. I love it.
I'm glad you love it, because that makes one of us.
It brings so much joy out of it.
He walks up to 2.0. Hey! Hey! He walks up to them and he says, you guys are former members of the Learning Tree, so allow me to give you some advice, specifically you, Angelo. You're going to be a parent soon. And he gave him some parently advice. I can't even remember what he said. When the baby's crying, hold her and rock her for a little bit, or whatever the hell he said. He said, "It worked for me, and I know it'll work for you. Good luck, guys. Bye." As he fucking walks away, and then this fucking little fucking twerp, this little dipshit, Brian Keith, just goes up to Angelo and he says, "You better make sure that damn baby respects Chris Jericho."
You beautiful fucking baby, you moron.
Man, I found that so fucking hilarious, Brian Keith. I found that fucking so funny. What kind of shit comedy? What kind of comedy are these fucking perverts into? I mean, what? This is horrible. Does anybody think this is funny?
It's so ass, dude. It's so ass. First of all, I think it's what he said to Matt Menard, man. Did they really delegate that man to commentary? I don't know. I forgot what he's commentating. I think it's Collision.
Rampage. He took Jericho's spot on the Rampage commentary team, because I'm telling you, bro, I feel sorry for anybody that had to. I don't know if Learning Tree Chris Jericho has done commentary on Rampage, but I'm telling you, bro, if he did, oh my god. I no wonder why fucking the show draws like 50,000 viewers.
Then 2.0 lead WWE to be like a used tag team.
Yep.
And they never got used. They're to this day, they're technically on TV, they're separated in like what they're doing. Yep. What the fuck, dude? Get these guys under Triple H, man. For my sake.
Ever rise rules. Please.
Man, please, bro. Please. They're fucking phenomenal. On the mic and in the ring.
The Acclaimed are coming out to rap. They say the rap is dedicated to the Young Bucks. And the Young Bucks cut them off as Nick Jackson is on the fucking Titantron saying, Yo,
dude,
listen. Dude, in his monotone voice. Nick.
Yo.
Dude, I'm gonna say, bro, Nick Jackson is the gem of all gems, bro. That man is so funny. It is ridiculous how funny this man is and how much he doesn't get credit for it. Because, my God, that man is hilarious, dude. So, he tells them, they break the news to them that it's a part of your contracts that you cannot speak ill of the EVPs. Therefore, the other thing we had to tell you was that your segment for the night is cut. As the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass walk away with their tail tucked between their legs.
Can you cut Chris Jericho's segment instead?
Oh,
please.
Fucking telling me.
Please cut his fucking segment, dude. Horrible.
Swerve backstage says that the contract for Forbidden Door is signed and needs to be sent to Will Ospreay in the UK. He tells Nana he'll cover the shipping. Why don't you just wait till you fucking see him next week? But whatever. It needs to be sent to the UK. He says that he was disappointed that Team AEW didn't pick him to represent Team AEW after the run the Elite have been on. Why is Swerve talking about Anarchy in the Arena? Exactly.
Like, what was the point of bringing that up? That he should have been, representate. Like, that wasn't. You already had your own shit.
You're the world champ.
Like, you represent the company. You're doing it on your own. You don't have ties to either of these two groups. Why do you want ties?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe for TV time you'll actually get, but...
Oh, Lord. Yet, Christian, I mean, did he forget that the Elite put Christian against him? They handpicked Christian to go against him? Did he forget about that?
Or did it did. I don't know why you would bring that up, but... Or he could have brought it up and be like, yeah, I could have been in that match. But, they threw, Christian Cage in front of me because, if they knew if I was there, Team AEW would have won that. That would have been a fine thing to say,
Right.
but he didn't say that.
Golly. Yeah, so, yep, Swerve, I guess is, reminiscing about Double or Nothing. I don't even know why this guy's a baby face to begin with, but whatever. He hates the Elite because he's the company man. What an amazing character arc they put Swerve on. From devious heel to company man that loves growing the company. That's his gimmick.
Company that broke into a young guy's training place that was owned by his recently passed away, or not recently, but passed away father, and broke a childhood photo of said man's father over his own face. That is the same man.
And then placed it in the spot where he found out his dad passed.
Oh, good Lord, man.
The Blackpool Combat Club are in action with the return of the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Wheeler Yuta. Man,
Look at that.
amazing to see Wheeler back. I believe he was out 6 months or 5 months. Yeah, so like 5-6 months with concussion protocols. Absolutely sucks. But man, I'm so glad to see him back. Obviously, he's an amazing part of AEW, and he's an amazing part of the Blackpool Combat Club. I love that group as a whole. So it's awesome to see him back. I guess they were finally wrapping up their feud with the CMLL goons. As what did we say last week? Literally last week, what did we say?
I forgot.
We said
AEW.
we were talking about how they completely just left its feud untouched.
Oh yeah, it was just there for like 3 weeks and they never mentioned it again. And then they just wrap it up. Good Lord, fucking classic AEW, classic Tony Khan.
It really is. It really is, man. We got another fucking segment with Chris Jericho. Oh, BCC won. Wheeler got the pin, and it was great to see him back, and hopefully this feud is finally dead and gone now. But Chris Jericho has another segment on the night. Dude, I've already seen 2 Chris Jericho segments on this show that have absolutely been like pulling teeth. And here I have another one to watch. I believe this was the last one, but he's in catering, and he's giving.
I gotta say, man, people. What was I? Oh yeah, yeah. I kind of understand why some people in AEW just stick in catering and the check. That shit looked delicious, man. I cannot. I was looking at that shit like, damn, holy shit.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, what up, man, Ray? How the hell are you, bro? Sorry, bro. We've been on a Dynamite hate streak, dude. Anyways, back onto the hate train for this dog shit episode of Dynamite. Jericho is in catering, and he goes up behind somebody and he fucking screams in his ear, "Hi!" And he starts giving him advice on how to scoop whatever he was scooping, the fucking mashed potatoes, the corn, I don't know, whatever, mac and cheese, I don't know, whatever the hell it was. He talked about how he was giving him advice on how to scoop from the catering bins. Again, what kind of fucking freaky perverts think this is actually funny?
I,
I mean, this shit is so ass, dude.
like, what is the point of it, dude? I don't know, dude. I really just have no
Those fucking
fucking clue.
fans.
They are, dude. They are some whole Jericho circle. Just a bunch of fucking fans, dude. I don't get it. Actually, no, this wasn't the last one. There was one more in the night. There was the one with Private Party, where they announced what they're doing this week.
Oh my god, I might have walked out of the room for that one. Oh, thank God.
Oh
Oh,
well, you missed it, but I got the
oh,
gist of it. They walked up to Private Party. Um, I think Jericho said something about like, I've thrown many parties in my day, or it was some type of, Jericho advice about throwing a party. Oh no, he said you should make it a public party so everyone can come and like have fun.
oh,
I,
fuck.
Literally, he made a public party joke, and invited them to TV time with Jericho next week. So this week.
Oh,
So this week we're getting TV time with
oh.
Jericho at the private party.
I thought they weren't a
So I'm
tag
excited
team anymore.
I,
What the fuck? what? What the fuck?
I asked myself the same thing when he walked up to him. But we're getting private party this week, man.
Do you
As
guys
long as it's not a
see
dating party,
why
I
I
think
get
it's good.
pissed? Oh, God. Well, there might be some people here, trying to go to some Diddy parties, but I don't know what they got going on, bro. But,
You never know, man.
dude, you see what I'm talking about, bro, with this fucking show? This is why I get pissed off, because back just 3 years ago with AEW Dynamite, there was continuity. There was a connection each week between storylines. Things progressively made sense. Now we're giving Jericho 4 segments on the show, and they're all corny fucking comedy. None of it is funny. I don't know if this is for the sickos, or I don't know if it's for the fucking fans of this company. I don't know who likes this shit.
I don't get it, dude. I really don't get it. I don't think anybody, well, besides the AEW elitist that I saw tweet, during these segments, man, I don't like Chris Jericho, but you know what? This hasn't been too bad. This week has me laughing. What are you laughing at?
What the
The fucking state of AEW Dynamite? Because I'm pissed at the state of AEW Dynamite.
Oh, I'm
I
fucking
have to watch
fuming
this shit every week. I have
after
to
this
fucking
show.
watch Monday.
God. Daniel Garcia is backstage talking about his wrestling journey and his injury setbacks to hype his match with Will Ospreay. Yes, his match with Will Ospreay, or his match for the International Championship. Meanwhile, there was a number 1 contender 4-way match earlier in the night, and Daniel Garcia was nowhere to be found in it. Nowhere. Do you see? Do you fucking see why I get fucking irritated watching the show? This is not the fucking Dynamite that we all know and love. It's not. It's not. And we're all here and we all talk about this shit every week. And you guys listen because we all love AEW. But what the fuck is this?
It's literally Vince McMahon 2019 Raw, dude. It's the fucking same thing. Inconsistencies. Fucking illogical booking left and right. Half the time people aren't being used. It sucks. It's fucking pointless. Every week there's no point to watch Dynamite.
None. Nothing makes sense. Nothing's in order. Nothing fucking matters for anything. We're putting people in random matches. Nobody has a fucking... I don't know what the fuck half of the roster's doing at this point. Nobody knows anything about the fucking where the show's going half the time.
Well,
This show
who knows?
sucks. It's so
It
bad.
blows.
And how the fans of this company can sit here and actually say they got a laugh out of these Chris Jericho segments. If I'm watching a show like this, I'm not laughing a fucking bit. I'm not laughing a bit. If I'm watching a show like this, which I was, I am shaking my fucking head from 7 o'clock all the way to about 9 fucking 15. Actually 9:45, because I sit there for fucking 30 minutes afterwards and try to wonder what the fuck I just watched and try to make sense out of it all.
That's what, you know what I do? If I'm not sitting in this chair looking up at my TV falling asleep, I'm laying at the end of my bed, quite literally falling asleep, so I could get through Dynamite faster and just watch it back. Because it's just a better way of watching Dynamite, man.
Daniel Garcia is talking about a match with Will Ospreay. Meanwhile, there was a number one contender match earlier in the night he was not remotely even close to fucking being involved in. What the fuck? The Bucks, the Acclaimed, storm the Bucks locker room backstage, telling them they're going to have to eventually see them, and they're going to eventually have to face them when all this is said and done, as the Bucks, I guess, have learned from Brawl Out, and they have actually decided to crowd the open area, or the doorway area to their locker room with security guards.
Look at that. They learn from their mistakes, man.
Exactly.
I wish Tony Khan could have.
No more kicking doors in.
No more, man. No more. They got security for once.
The Bucks are mixing it up with the Acclaimed.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be fucking serious right now, man. I love the Acclaimed, I do, but AEW's turned them into one of those acts, and you guys know what acts I'm talking about. The kind of fucking acts where they were once so hot, and Tony Khan just absolutely has no idea how to realize anybody's fucking potential.
No, he has no fucking clue, and I'll use them for the same thing every single week. And that's it, that's all.
Christ's sake. The Bucks are in the back as Christian Cage walks up, and he asks for another title shot because at Double or Nothing, he says he got screwed. The Bucks say, "We don't really know what we can do for you, man, but since we're EVPs, we still do got a little stroke in the company. So I'll see what I can do, but I can promise that they'll be happy." I honestly think this is going to lead to the patriarchy going for the trio. Never mind, the Acclaimed aren't even the trios champions anymore. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Fucking...
I don't know what they're gonna do now.
I don't get the point of the match at this point, because what are they fighting for? What do they get out of it? Nothing. Like, you couldn't... Why the fuck does Bullet Club Gold have those fucking things, dude? Why?
Bro, you fucking won Anarchy in the fucking arena.
You fucking run the company now. That was the point of the match. Was to run the fucking company. Or take it from Tony Khan. He literally fucking got hit and rolled away. And we haven't seen Tony Khan since. Technically, he's not even backstage, kayfabe-wise. So what do you mean? You're literally the one running the show. You cut their segment. But you don't... I don't know, dude.
You know what? To make this even worse, I know you probably didn't see it because I think it was on Rampage. There was a segment after Double or Nothing where Roderick Strong walked to the back And Tony Khan was sitting there, and he asked him for a title shot, and he got it, which is the title shot that took place at the end of this. So he's just backstage now, even though the fucking Elite won Anarchy in the Arena. Does this not make sense? Why is he backstage?
Like the same night too. Like, bro, so you're telling me you got beat up, rolled away, and ran back to your same seat and just started dictating the show again? What?
This is a fucking joke.
Literally nonsensical trash.
Saraya defeats Mariah May.
First of all, why is her fuck brother here? Dude's just standing there, fucking hired because his sister works there. Fucking nothing other than that. We have to fucking bear witness to Harley Cameron. Fucking God save my eyes. What is this, dude? Why is she beating Mariah May? Why is Saraya still on TV? Why don't you just get rid of her at this point?
You mean to tell me she gets to go on Twitter and bitch, and then you have her come back and beat, in my opinion, the person who should be fucking winning the women's Owen Hart tournament? One of the best up-and-comers in AEW? Somebody who they've actually took the time to tell a really fucking good story with in Mariah May and Toni Storm? And you have fucking Saraya beat her. You gotta just be fucking my brain cells at this point, man. I mean, you really gotta be fucking with me here.
It's horrible, dude. It's so fucking trash. Why? What purpose did this match have for anybody? What is Saraya gonna go do? She's gonna walk around with her dipshit brother and Harley Cameron, the garbage ass, and do nothing and stink the fucking place up. For what reason?
I don't fucking understand. You know,
Get it, bro.
When CM Punk bitched about the company, when he came back, Tony Khan had every reason to push the guy because he was actually a draw and he actually made money for the company. So, you can't really bring him back and punish him without making it look too obvious. Bro, this is Saraya. If you want to go ahead and punish her, bro, for fucking coming out and saying or threatening to speak ill will of the company. I mean, what, did she blackmail him? Is that why he's giving her a win?
Exactly, bro. She's not that valuable. She kind of proved that with her return. She's rusty as all hell. She's cringy on the mic. She thinks lame. She's like the fucking woman Edge, where she thinks she's badass as fuck. Like, it's just goofy, stupid shit that I can't take seriously. That's what Saraya is, and there's no positive to her on TV at the end of the day besides namesake. And I can think of a lot of other things when I think of her name. So it's not really much of a good namesake. So why is she here on TV?
I don't understand. I don't understand, and especially, I really don't understand why we're giving her wins over somebody who should run the Owen Hart tournament and fucking get the shot against Toni Storm in Wembley than Mariah May. I mean, if it's not Jamie Hayter, I'm looking at fucking Mariah May here. Even though, at this point, I would finish up telling the story with Tony and Mariah, and then I would go into a feud with Mariah and Jamie Hayter. I think that would be pretty cool. Again, somebody in AEW who has a lot of upside in their women's division and is one of their better utilized signings in terms of long-term storytelling. She's here.
When Jamie Hayter, goes to, try to win the women's world title, guess you could also bring back to television. Can't believe I'm saying I miss her. You could bring back Britt Baker. She can stop Jamie Hayter for a little bit from going to the title. And heel turn, you could finish that feud up. And then you could go have Jamie Hayter beat Mariah May. Boom. We just booked your rest of the women's division for the year, if that matters.
The
And you're not
women's
going to do any of this.
again, since Mariah has gotten signed, you've had a lot of upside in that women's division. You got Jamie Hayter to be coming back. You got Baker to be coming back. You got Toni Storm, who's fucking immaculate. You got Mariah May, like I said, who's got a huge upside to her in the company. If used right, she can actually be a huge star in this division, and nobody can fucking tell me otherwise, because the her body of work since she's been in the company, and I'm not even talking about just matches, I'm talking about just the story they've told with her and Tony. It's been great. It's been fucking great, and we're having her lose to Soraya.
There was another woman that actually showed up on Dynamite. I don't remember what she said or even what she announced, but that they haven't used since she came back properly. Thunder Rosa. I remember she had some random thing on Dynamite. Couldn't tell you what it was.
Tony at Dynasty.
Wait, at Dynasty?
Yep. She.
No, I'm talking about what she just did on Dynamite this week. No, yeah, she showed up, or she had a little like backstage promo. Couldn't tell you what she said. Couldn't tell you what got announced for her. Why aren't you using her in a prominent spot, man? What the fuck? You're using fucking Soraya.
Not to mention, you got more up-and-comers in the women's division, like Willow, like Sky, like Julia. You just signed Mercedes. You got a lot of fucking upside to this women's division, and here we are having Soraya's washed ass beat Mariah May. After the match,
Oh, go ahead.
No, what were you saying? I was going to move on to the post-match.
Like, you got arguably, probably at this point, the most potential in a women's division right now in the business, and you are not utilizing it. You have so many up-and-coming women that are genuinely fresh to watch, but you don't get to watch them because they're not fucking shown on TV.
Makes no fucking sense. Ridiculous. The Outcasts go to attack Mariah May and Toni Storm, and Mina Shirakawa comes out for the save. Her and Toni then have a face-off and start bumping titties. That was kind of odd, but all right. So they start doing that. And then, yeah, seriously, Tony's right, man. He books for the sickos, all right.
He does.
And then this gets announced for Forbidden Door, which I actually really like because Mina's been showing up for a while now. And in the beginning, we didn't know who she was, but now that she's kind of been there and they're nicely sliding that into making that a Forbidden Door match, it's actually one of the matches on Forbidden Door I'm very excited for, because of the story they've told with Mariah May.
Exactly. Look what happens when you build a story. Yeah. I care about the match. You want to know another match they announced for fucking Forbidden Door? Apparently Jon Moxley versus Naito. They just announced it like that.
Great match, but nothing. No. All right.
Technically, that one is also New Japan versus New Japan. Technically. Because, Mox is technically AEW, but, like, he's in New Japan. He's their champ right now. How would you have their champ go for it? I don't know, dude. I don't understand at this point.
Yeah. So, again, you tell a good story, look at that. I'm actually excited for a Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm match. And why is that?
Look at that.
Because you've told a good story. Amazing. It's amazing how far that can bring you. Bryan Danielson is doing a promo backstage. He says he's so proud of Wheeler Yuta coming back after 6 months on the shelf and getting the pin. I'm so proud of the performer he's become and that he was able to do that tonight. He says 8 months ago, he said this was going to be his last year as a full-time performer, but this year hasn't gone how he wanted it to. and he announces this won't be his last year. Wow. I'm glad we get to have him back, have him for a little bit longer.
Hell yeah, bro. He been having too much fun. He said, I ain't giving this up yet.
Seriously. He says, it's not over yet, because when Tony Khan announced the winner of the Owen would get the world title shot, he got fired up one last time, because this could be his last chance. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving this. And just from the high stakes of that alone, he got fired up one last time because this could be his last chance. I'm not going to fucking lie to you guys, bro. If this is Brian's last year, and again, I love Brian. I think he's just the guy could put on a fucking banger in his sleep. However, this promo with this, again, with him, with this, chatter of, this being this could be his last chance. I would actually really, really love to see Brian run the tournament. And I would actually love to see AEW put the world title on him and actually give this guy a long string of victories, because Brian's such a nice guy and he's such a good dude. He always wants to put everybody over. But at the end of the day, this guy is top 3, if not the best professional wrestlers on the planet. And it's about time we give him his flowers in AEW, because he has got a lot of wins, don't get me wrong, but he's had a lot of putting people over because he's such a good dude. And I really think it's time Tony puts his foot down and says, Brian, I really don't care if you don't want to win the world title or not. I'm giving you the world title, and we're giving you a huge fucking run on your way out, because that's what your career, your full-time last run, because that's what your career fucking deserves.
Exactly. And not only will nobody look bad losing to Bryan Danielson, but the person who beats Bryan Danielson after the fact to win the title for themselves, they're going to look like a fucking $1,000,000, dude. It's a win-win no matter what. It's a win for Bryan. It's a win for who beats him. It's a win for television. Just do it, dude. I think you have an opportunity here. Strike on it. Strike while the iron's hot and fucking go with it, dude.
Definitely, man. And after this promo, I'm not gonna lie, bro, it got me as fired up as it got Bryan Danielson. And I was like, damn, I kind of want to see this guy run the gauntlet and fucking get the world title shot at All In, Wembley. I think, I know a lot of people want to see Max win it. Max could, finish out his feud with Adam Cole, because ending on a random brain buster in May and at Double or Nothing is not the way you end that feud. I would have them just have a one-on-one match in Wembley, have, Max or, Adam or whoever they want to win, get the win and wrap it up there. And honestly, I would have Will Ospreay defend the International Championship. I would not have him win the world title and face Danielson. I know that people see that as a possibility, but I wouldn't do that. I would do Bryan versus Swerve, and I would have Swerve drop the title to Danielson at All in my honest opinion. And I would have Danielson go on a run till about Double or Nothing of next year and drop the title then.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that would be perfect. I hope that's the path they go with, man. Bryan deserves it. TV will be great. Oh, his segments will be great. I don't know about all of TV, but his and MJF's segments will be great. Separately, they got their own thing going on. And hell, MJF could be the person to beat him. That would be fucking great. They got history. It's gonna be great, dude. No matter what, it's gonna be great. I hope they go with that, man. He deserves it.
Definitely. And in the main event, Swerve defeats Roderick Strong for the World Championship. Everybody wanted to bitch. They're going to tell a story because Roddy's mad that, Ospreay got the title shot and all this, and, he just beat him for the international title, so he's trying to, get back at Ospreay. There was no Ospreay in this main event. There was no story told. There was nothing. There was nothing. It was more of, we're putting Swerve in the main event of the show and defending the championship because we think this is a big deal, even though we're scared to admit that this title reign is a fucking fail, and we've done nothing so far. Again, there's always a chance to turn it around, but up until this point, this championship reign has been a fucking fail. We have failed this guy creatively. We have no idea what the fuck we're doing. We're fucking idiots. We don't know how to book a world champion for shit. We put this guy as a babyface on the show, even though the Notorious Hills podcast told you many fucking times not to turn this guy babyface. But we like proving to the IWC that we are a bunch of dumb fucks and we have no idea what we're doing. So we're going to turn him babyface, even though 90% of our top stars are fucking baby faces right now, and we have no top heels on the roster. So let's put Swerve against a big heel, Roderick Strong, in the main event and have our fans say that this is playing into the history of Roddy and Ospreay. It played into nothing. Not a fucking thing.
Barely fucking mentioned their history. This was the main event of AEW Dynamite, just so they could say, see, what Swerve said in his interview was right. He was the main event of Dynamite. He is the center of Dynamite. He wasn't wrong. That's the whole reason this match was in the main event, and that's why it happened. So they could prove what he said in that interview, right? That he's center point of Dynamite when he's not. He literally faced a fucking mid-carder. Come on, bro. Come on. No disrespect to Roddy in that regard, but
Yeah.
It is what it is.
What a fucking joke. Honestly. What a joke. Raw. Not gonna lie, bro. The crowd here tonight in Toledo, Ohio, sucked. They were a horrible crowd. They were fucking silent for half of it. They weren't even chanting the "You Suck" to Chad Gable's theme song. They had no fucking idea what was going on. No fucking idea. This is why you don't go to places like Toledo.
I hate when they go to these butt-fuck ass cities, bro. Like, listen, especially during the summer when most of your pay-per-views are international, take that time to put your TV in the big U.S. cities. It's a perfect opportunity. I don't get why they aren't doing that, man. Especially during the summer when their pay-per-views are almost always international. Come on.
I hate when they do stuff like this, man. But the show opens up with a bunch of their little walking in segments. They showed Braun Breaker get into the arena. They showed Ilya Dragunov and Io Sky, all separately, coming in, just talking about the lineup for the night as the show opens up with Drew McIntyre and Triple H. I swear on fucking everything, you need to rise to the occasion on Saturday. You need to dig deep in your soul and find it in you to take this fucking title off of the bisexual Undertaker.
The Archer of Intercourse.
This bum, Damian Priest.
And I think you got to give up. I think you're setting yourself up for failure on Saturday at this point, man.
Oh, no. Hold your horses, because from what we've seen tonight, it's pretty evident what's going to happen. I'm fully expecting Drew. We'll talk about it, but there are segments throughout the night that reeks. Drew McIntyre ain't winning that title. That's why I'm saying, Trips, you need to dig deep. And I mean deep into your fucking soul and find it in you. You better fucking find it in you to make the right fucking call. Because after what we seen tonight, we're in for a rowdy Clash at the Castle review. Oh,
I was about to say, man. I was like, guys, he could ask Triple H to dig deep, but I think he's gonna dig deep. in this Clash at the Castle review. It's going to be legendary. He's going to be pissed. He's not going to be happy. At least I'll be happy seeing him pissed. So you know what?
I don't know what this
I can
agenda
live with
about you
it.
seeing me happy, upset is about.
When it's shit like this, obviously I think it's trash too. Fucking Garbage Priest sucks, dude.
He's so
Um,
ass, bro. I could literally go
it's
on for
so
another
trash,
hour about how garbage he is.
literally, but we won't. But I do find enjoyment when you are pissed off at wrestling. I do love it. And I know
I
you
don't.
do the same thing to me.
No, I don't.
It's what we do,
I
Garth.
don't like
Yes,
seeing you
yes,
mad.
the fuck you do.
Come on.
Yes, the fuck you do. You love seeing me mad at this shit. And so do I. So I can't wait for Clash.
All I gotta
That
say,
review is gonna be great.
you know, oh, I mean, for you, it's not as hard though. I usually just gotta say one word to get you upset. Trent.
Dude, gonna digress. Gonna digress. I'm not gonna say how much of a boring fucking loser he is, but we'll move on.
I mean, there's a couple. Rocky Romero, Orange Cassidy, Dynamite at this point gets you pretty upset. Just that word.
Dude, I hate Wednesdays, dude. Literally, the best part about Wednesday for me at this point is fucking doing laundry. That's what I like with my
Christ.
Wednesday, is doing fucking laundry at this point because I just, I don't give a fuck. I don't. I dread in the 7 o'clock. I'll be sitting here on my computer, doing something, listening to music or listening to some YouTube video or
Yep.
podcast or whatever, and I'm literally dreading having to turn it off for Dynamite. I hate it.
Yeah. The most exciting part of my Wednesday is, obviously taking notes about the show to talk about how shit it is for Monday. And then on top of that, the whole time during Dynamite, I'm looking to my left over at my fucking figure case, trying to fucking figure out what I could do, who I can move around to make myself busy. So, I don't know. But,
Mm.
Christ, the show opens up with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre says he's not focused on anything else than in 5 days at Clash at the Castle. He says he's looking forward to facing Priest one-on-one, but he knows Judgment Day are going to be creeping right behind him. Damian Priest interrupts. He comes out, walks down like the paper champion he is. He interrupts Drew McIntyre and he says he says Drew got his title shot, but he's still making excuses. He says Drew thinks he made it personal because I stupid. And then he and then he fixes his words, and he says because I make you look stupid for playing your own games every week. Because I stupid. Yes, Damian Priest, you absolutely hit it right on the fucking head.
Because I stupid.
He
Holy
says,
fuck.
you made it personal because I stupid. I make you look stupid every week for playing your own games. But he says Drew McIntyre made it personal now, saying he needs Judgment Day. He says this title isn't Judgment Day's title, it's his. He says he's going to put down Drew McIntyre in front of his people. He says he doesn't need anyone else to be champ because I'm Damian Priest. All I need is Damian Priest. All I need is Damian Priest to get the fuck out of my world title picture on Monday nights. And all I need is for Paul Triple H Levesque to reward Drew McIntyre for the hard work that he's done in front of his fucking people. What is it with Triple H not wanting to give these guys championships in front of their fucking home people, huh? What is it?
I don't get it, dude. And he'll wait for just some random place where it doesn't mean as much, man. I don't get why he does that a lot.
Don't tell me you want to put that shit on him in Cleveland, where the fucking Browns play. Put it on him. I don't even got nothing against the Browns, but dude, bro, do it at fucking Clash. You moron.
I'm not gonna do it. They're gonna have Mr. I'm stupid, or whatever he fucking said, fucking beat him.
You made it personal because I stupid.
Because I stupid. Indeed you are. Because I mid-carder. I lower mid-carder. That's what the fuck you are. Ugh.
Drew says, fine speech. I think it's a little generous, Drew, but all right. Drew then says, fine speech, but he does not give a damn what he has to say because on Saturday, your title belongs to Drew McIntyre. And the only chance he has is because of these idiots right here. And he points to JD McDonut and Finn Balor. Priest tells Drew, give it a rest. He tells Drew, if you beat Finn tonight, as Finn kind of gives him a look like, what the fuck? He says, if you beat Finn tonight, Judgment Day are barred from ringside at Clash at the Castle. And if not, they're going to be right there front and center. Not because I need them, because they're my boys and I need, not because I need them, because they're my boys and I want them to watch me beat you in your home. Drew then says, you got to respect a man who is willing to dig his own grave. Oh, it's going to come around and bite him in the ass so bad.
He's digging his own grave.
You got to respect him. You got to respect a man who's willing to dig his own grave. He hopes Priest is man enough to shake his hand next week after he beats, humiliates, and embarrasses him. Bro. Come on. Yeah. Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse later in the night. It gets worse.
Oh, dude. I'm sure it did, man. But, dude, they are really trying to set up fucking I Stupid to be the fucking baby face of Monday Night Raw.
Bro,
do they not see how bad that's gonna be? Dude sucks, dude. He is I Stupid. That is just the best culmination of what he is, dude.
Ridiculous. We get a Judgment Day backstage where Dominic walks into the clubhouse and he sees Liv Morgan sitting there. She sits up, gets out of her chair and says, I know you're supposed to hate me right now, but I would really like to see you later. And I think you really like to see me too. As she holds up her hotel key card. Bro.
This is wild.
Golly.
I got fucking Shawn Michaels booking this or what?
Oh, he must be, bro. She says, a gorgeous man like you shouldn't be with a girl who forces you to call her mommy. He should be with someone who isn't afraid to call him daddy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. man.
Bro, I'd have been out the faction right then. I can't lie, but
nah, man,
wow. What are they putting on television, bro?
You would have never seen nobody fucking get out. I would have looked like Drew McIntyre storming out of Survivor Series. I would have been storming out of the arena. I would have been storming out of that fucking arena so fast.
I swear to God. Remember that John Cena entrance where he was driving the Mustang all crazy?
Oh, the WrestleMania 23.
And straight for that hotel, bro. Ain't no way.
So she said that he should be with a girl who isn't afraid to call him daddy. If he changes his mind, she'll be in her room waiting for him.
His poor fiance, dude. His poor wife, actually.
Yeah, that's his wife now, bro. This ain't right.
I would be storming the arena personally, because that's insane, man.
We get a backstage, we get a match with Io defeating Lyra Valkyria. Lyra went to hit the Nightwing, and Damage Control screwed her over, which Lyra would get some more offense and go to hit the Nightwing again, and Io would start yanking on her hair, pull her back into a backslide, and it would lead for Io to get the roll-up victory. And Damage Control would start to beat down on Lyra after the match, which then she was saved by Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. So decent little match, and Io did get the win, man, but we'll talk about it later because there's another segment, but it seems like the gears are starting to turn in a different direction in Io's head. It's almost like we're going back to that crazed NXT version of Io Sky.
I like that, dude. I like the sound of that. And I'm digging it, man. I'm digging what she's doing, and I like where the possibility of where this could be going.
100%, man. We get another Judgment Day backstage. JD McDonagh, Finn Balor, and Carlito are in the back talking, and they notice Dom sitting off to the side, a little sad or whatever, thinking about something. Probably got a lot. He probably got a lot on his mind after she just said that to him. So shit. Anyway,
I can't imagine. No.
Fucking hey, dude. So, they asked Dom what was wrong, and they asked him if he figured his stuff out with Liv. He says, I gotta be honest with you guys, man. She was in here earlier, and she left me with her hotel key card. If you would have seen all three of their faces, I started, dude, all their eyes got so fucking big, and then Carlito just goes, oh, that's cool. And then and then fucking Finn just goes, no, that's not cool. But it gets interesting, man.
Mm-hmm.
It gets interesting. And there's more Judgment Day backstage later in the night. But this segment, hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And boy, do I feel for this man, Dom.
I mean, gotta be stressing. I can't imagine. Fucking I wish. But, it's just crazy. It's hilarious. So it's really entertaining, but it's just wild as hell. This shit they're doing on TV.
They really are. I definitely like the edgier television though. It's fun. It makes for a good story.
Exactly. Like it's just fun to watch because you sit there just taken aback by the shit, and it's just fun. It's
And
shocking and it's real fun.
With all this shocking storytelling too, they're helping somebody who's currently injured, and they're making her return have so
Better.
much aura and just importance behind it, and just again just a level of just importance and just mystique behind her return, because Rhea's watching, and she is probably fucking bursting at the fucking seams, and they're dude, the amount of just aura around this Rhea Ripley return. I mean, the announcers talk about it every week. Oh my God. After all these segments, all you hear is Michael Cole say, oh my God, Rhea is not going to be happy. And then fucking Pat McAfee, after the segment where she called him daddy, they just come back and you just hear Pat go, huh, Daddy Dom. Like, bro.
Oh, fucking hey. Fucking Pat, dude, that thing kills me. But
No,
like,
but
they're setting
man,
turn up to be great, and even with not even just like the Liv and Dom stuff, you got just the general Judgment Day stuff. She's probably, dude, by the time she gets back, that group will probably be destroyed completely by the time she comes back.
Yep.
That's really fucking interesting, dude.
Absolutely, man. We get a Sami Zayn backstage. The Miz sees Sammy, and he's asking him where Truth is. He's asking him if he's seen Truth. Sammy says no. Sammy then continues to walk down the hallway, and he sees the Academy. He sees Maxine Dupree and Akira Tozawa. He apologizes to them for what happened last week, and he reminded them they do not have to take this from Chad Gable. Otis walks in, and Sammy goes, well, I guess all's been said. And he goes to walk away. Otis stops him. And Sammy says, you don't even have to say anything, Otis. You don't even have to apologize, because I have all the sympathy in the world for you. I know what you're going through because I went through it with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline.
Look at, dude, look how the story connects, dude.
Ugh,
Fucking playing chess, dude. Love
tugging,
it.
tugging on my heartstrings. Ugh. He says, but the difference is, I understood my reasons, and I cannot understand why you continue to do this stuff for Gable. This gets really good. Otis says, at one time, I had it all. And at another time, I lost it all. My Money in the Bank briefcase, my peach, Mandy Rose, and my big Tucky.
Oh, wow.
Now, again, he didn't name drop Mandy Rose. He called her, his peach. This man dead ass said my big Tucky.
Oh, we're getting them back.
I could see it.
Yeah, this is WWE. No matter who runs it, they ain't saying a name unless that person's about to work here again or already does. I'm excited. I love that. I miss that group.
He says, well, they did. Well, I guess that's a little different because Sting was retiring, but
I mean, when you're like a legend, obviously they're gonna, but like they wouldn't just say Tucker's name out of all. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You have to be a certain level for them to just say your name like that, unless
yeah.
you're employed. Love the guy. He obviously wasn't that level. I mean, for years, to them, CM Punk wasn't that level. So, I mean,
But
but you know,
the thing is, I don't know how smart it would be to bring Tucky back. Now, hold the horses. I would love Heavy Machinery back, but Otis is getting so over. Maybe this is where we take the step out of comedy Otis. Now, could WWE very well do this because they need more tag teams? Absolutely. And is Otis probably going to need a couple friends to take on the new Alpha Academy? Probably. But I think they should at least think about, I mean, look at, like, this dude has had such a positive attitude and he's lost everything. And it's all starting to hit him now. That now the one person that was there after he lost all of that could be going away too. And that's his best friend, Chad Gable. So maybe he just becomes a solo Otis. But again, I would actually really like to see that, especially with the crowd reactions he's been getting. Not that I'm against a Heavy Machinery return. I think maybe sometime down the line that could be a thing. But dude, with this serious protector Otis we've been getting, where he is just a protector and he's just a loving guy and people love him. But when it's time to protect, this man is a fucking destroyer. I really think you're missing out a lot of money. And I think it would be a little stupid to just say, let's get Heavy Machinery back. Now, again, could we see it down the line, maybe after his after maybe like a solo run fizzles out or something? Sure. I wouldn't mind to see it then, but I don't think we should be so quick to jump the gun.
I get you. Yeah, I'm down for Heavy Machinery. Obviously not as they were before. They obviously be very different nowadays. But I'm down for it. I really love what Otis is doing, but don't want to say it, but to me, there is, kind of a ceiling on him as singles. At least, I could be proven wrong, but that's just how I feel. But either way, I'm down.
I think I see what you're saying, and I used to feel the same way about Otis because all we would ever get was comedy, have his belly hanging out Otis, and then after that we got like his weird quiet baby face Otis. He was a heel, but I mean baby face as in no facial hair and he just looked like a fucking freak. But with this version of Otis, with the crowd reactions he's been getting, I think it's something WWE, like I said, I think they'd be a little stupid not to at least see if there's something there. And if it fizzles out sooner than they think, sure, go ahead and bring Tucky back. But I think they'd be stupid not to, at least right after Alpha Academy breaks up, I think they'd be a little stupid not to at least try to give some serious stock into him as a singles.
Yeah, they can do it. They could do a little singles run for a little bit, man. I'd definitely be down, but I think not even because of character. I think that obviously I know he could be serious and he's great serious, but even like a protector gimmick can only, or a protector, type character and type personality. Um, they can only go so far to me, man. But no matter what, I'm excited.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So, yes, he tells Sammy at one time he had it all, and at another time he lost it all. His money in the bank, his peach, his big tucky. He lost all of them. And Chad Gable was there. Chad Gable was there. That's his brother. Maxine is his sister. And Tozawa is his brother as well. And without Chad Gable, I'm nothing. Sammy then says, that's the problem. That's not true. Those are Chad Gable's words. He asks Otis if he knows how special he is and how special he could be. And he really hopes one day Otis can see it for himself. Again, man,
Oh yeah.
this is what you do through storytelling, bro. You make people believe. I never thought
Genuinely.
I would be saying these words about Otis.
Oh, I swear to God. Genuinely, as much as I do love Braun Breaker, the best person to maybe, beat someone for an IC title would be, Gable, beating Sammy, and then Otis beating Gable. That might actually be best for right now.
I was gonna say, and then you can have this Otis where he's a serious person, but you remember how Matt Riddle would kind of be himself, but when the bell would ring, it was like the man was like a demon in the ring.
Yeah.
If you have Otis do something like that to where he's like legit and he's scary in the ring, imagine you have Braun Breaker take down him.
He looks like a beast, dude. I mean, he already looks like a fucking psycho beast. He looks like
Oh,
even
bro.
a psycho or beast.
Don't even get me started on him.
And you could really do a character like dynamic of, Otis. He'll do everything in his path to protect the people he cares about, and at that point it would be protect his title and whatnot.
Yep.
And having Braun Breaker just break through that wall, he'll
Yeah.
look like fuck. He'll look insane, dude. So that genuinely might be their best path to do that.
And then see, this is what I'm talking about with Tucker Knight. After Otis
Then
loses exactly because
mhm,
you used, you got the singles run out of him. You played the sympathy to a story, which obviously led him taking the IC title. Let's say Braun Breaker takes it. Then at that point, he's lost everything. What does he have at this point? Then you fucking bring
his
Tucker
best
back.
friend comes back.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. His
I like it.
now obviously you'll have a little bit of story to kind of patch up because the last time we seen Tucker, he did turn on Otis. You know what I mean? So yeah, he cost him the Money in the Bank briefcase to the Miz. So Tucker
Good
did
Lord.
kind of turn on him, so you'll have to kind of play up to that. But you can tell again. That's another story you could tell, like the Ambrolin story.
Yeah, where like
They're
he
trying
wants to apologize, trying to make a met.
Yep.
Like you could genuinely have a spot where Braun Breaker is about to do one of his, I'm about to like basically murder you spots.
Oh my God.
Maybe Tucker, gets him out the way and takes the hit instead, and that's his like first step into like proving that he's sorry for what he did and whatnot. Because I mean, stepping in front of a deadly Braun Breaker spot is enough to me to be like, okay, I trust you again. But it'd be a good first step in the story, in a redemption storyline for him with Otis.
100%, man. And then again, and then down the line, dude, every time I see Otis do that World's Strongest Slam, I literally think to myself, like, dude, the way this guy moves, this man is literally the modern day Mark Henry. And if they ever did want to turn him heel under Triple H, that again against under Vince, that shit looks stupid. He had no beard. He looked like a fucking classic wrestling fan. You know what I mean? But under Triple H, if they wanted under Triple H, if they wanted to give him a serious, Hall of Pain, level of serious and destruction type character, every time I see Otis get pissed at Sami Zayn, I see Mark Henry. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But again, as a babyface, a lot of money there, and you gotta get some sort of singles run in there. And I wouldn't be opposed to it leading with an IC title run. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think that's perfect at this point, dude. I think they're setting up a perfect continuation of people to get the IC title.
Definitely, man. But they got a lot of interesting stuff going on right now. But yeah, like I said, after Braun Breaker would beat a guy like Otis, at that point, I would like to see Tucky go into, back in the good graces of Otis and getting Heavy Machinery back together. But we get another Judgment Day backstage where Priest asks Dominic, "What's up?" He says, "Where was he in the open to the show?" He says he heard something about a key card. Finn tells Damian Priest not to worry about it because that's just Liv trying to distract them, and their card, and that the card is right here and nobody has touched it. Damian Priest says, "Right where?" And everybody looks on the table where the key card was, and it was nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And I honestly thought this was going to be a comedy segment where like Carlito fucking pulls the key card out of his pocket and he's like, sorry guys. I did grab it. But
or like I thought it would have been like an R-Truth thing where he like thought it was the key card to enter catering or something.
Oh my God.
But I like the way they did it.
Definitely, man. We get a QR code. Get another QR code, and it actually points us to, I believe, 623 or 624 or something. And a lot of people think it's either going to be at Clash or Monday's Raw. We're going to see some version of this Wyatt 6 finally. So, yeah, I want to say it said 623 on it, but that's next Sunday. So, let me see.
You might have been looking 24 as the year.
6 days, 23 hours, 16 minutes, and 13 seconds.
Okay.
So, is
that
that
Monday?
Well, this was during Raw, so a lot of people think next Monday's Raw.
Yeah, the math would point out to next Monday's Raw.
Gotcha.
Finally, a fucking date. Something that's actual.
Yeah, duh. Because it's 6 days and 23 hours, so basically 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
Basically 7
exactly,
days.
right at the start of Raw.
Right.
So,
well, there we fucking go. Finally, bro. Jesus. I can't wait to see him. I really can't. But, I mean, God, taking long enough. But yeah, man, I am excited to see them nonetheless, bro. But finally, I just hope everything comes off okay. Ludwig Kaiser. He does he talks about, or he's doing a promo about how he talks about eliminating everyone that steps in his way. And he talks about how this is the rise of the Kaiser. Who the fuck came up with that?
The rise of the Kaiser. Okay.
He then talks about he talks about the rise of the Kaiser and becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. Decent little promo segment there. Nothing too bad. Just classic. I really don't care to see him in the Money in the Bank, to be honest, especially if there's only 6 spots, 3 from each show. Fucking spare me.
Waste of a spot.
Yeah.
Literally. Kind of a waste of a spot to me, but hey,
yeah.
What can I say?
But again, he is not guaranteed. They are doing qualifying matches, and I certainly hope he doesn't. That is a waste of a spot if I've ever seen one.
Oh, fuck yeah.
LWO. Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, and Braun Strowman versus the Judgment Day. Dominic, who's actually back in action. Happy to see him back.
Look at that.
Dominic, JD McDonut, and Finn Balor. This match was going all right. Dom was getting some offense there on his daddy. He kicks him out of the ring, and Liv Morgan is standing on the apron. Dominic slides out of the ring, and he's standing on the outside as Liv is standing on the apron, and he's telling her, "You need to go." Dom is standing on the outside, waiting for, or telling Liv Morgan to go, as Zelina Vega gets in the ring and hits Liv Morgan off the apron as she jumps onto Dominic as they both fall on the ground, and she's laying on top of him, sitting on his, you-know-what, as she starts caressing him. And right as about Dom is, probably about to hit the score of the century, because if this was a soccer game, Liv would be a phony goalie, to quote one of the greatest albums of all time. Liv is laying on Dominic, and like I said, right as he's about to hit the score of the century, Zelina Vega hits probably about the biggest cock block I've ever seen in the history of cock blocks, as she starts attacking Liv Morgan. Braun Strowman tags in, and choo-choo, the fucking train comes running around the ring, and he's taking everybody out. He's taking out Dom. He's taking out JD McDonut. Also, as the LWO was pulling away Zelina Vega, and as she's pulling away Zelina Vega, JD McDonough is pulling away Liv, and he's telling her, "Come on, Liv, come on, what are you doing?" As if he's, I don't know. It just came off as if,
he knows what's going on here.
Yeah. 100%. But like I said, this man, Dom, this man is, again, bro, I can't remember what song it is because I fucking like every song on the album, bro, but might be favorite song. If this was on Acid Rap, that's the album, by the way. If this was a soccer game, Liv would definitely be a phony goalie, because this man was about to fucking score. If it wasn't for the cock block of Zelina Vega. It really was. Braun Strowman does the train. He runs a train on the Judgment Day. He completely runs a train on him, all by himself. He pulls Carlito in the ring, hits him with a power slam. Dragon Lee jumps from Braun Strowman's shoulders, and LWO win the match as the Judgment Day obviously lose. So this is a pretty good segment, and crazy ass story progression for Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. She also was caressing him later in the night with the hotel key card.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Storyline, and it's a very, very interesting storyline, but I like what they're doing there. I like what they did there.
So, Dragunov, we're getting another one of these sicko workout promos, as this guy's working out like he just got done listening to fucking Mad Villainy for his whole workout, and he's, working out like a freak. And Ricochet, it then cuts to him standing backstage, and Ricochet comes up to him and tells him that he says, good luck against Braun tonight, but when you guys are done, me and you are going to finish this, man. We're going to go for another round. And, they both say okay, and, go on their way. So that was that. We then get a backstage segment where Dakota Kai is in the back with Kyrie and Io, and Io is just freaking out for no reason. No reason that we at least know of yet. Dakota asks Io what that was about out there, and Io says she took care of it. Io says she had to take care of it, and then she starts holding her head and screaming, and says damage control has to change, and walks away. Very interesting.
Something's gonna change, man. I'm interested to see what they do with it. I'm really intrigued.
Yeah, absolutely. We get a Sami Zayn promo. He thanks the crowd for being very nice to him as they're chanting, Sammy, Sammy, because Sammy's the man. He thanks the crowd for being very nice to him. He says on Saturday he puts an end to Chad Gable once and for all. He says it's time to be done with this manipulative psychopath, and it's time to get back to work, and my work is being the Intercontinental Champion. Chad Gable interrupts Sammy, and he says he needs to mind his own business because the Academy is fine, and everybody in the group is more than happy. And wait until you see how happy they are when I beat you for the Intercontinental Championship on Saturday. Sammy says to Gable, "Are you out of your damn mind? Turn around, Chad, and get a good look at all of them. Do they look happy to you?" Chad Gable is getting all in their face, and he's gritting his teeth, doing that, Chad Gable look where he's just being a fucking menace for no reason. He's getting in all of their faces, and he's asking them, "Are you happy? Are you happy?" He's like getting in their face and he's gritting his teeth. He says, he's gritting his teeth, and then Sammy says that they will never be happy until they leave Chad Gable. Gable says no one is leaving the Academy because family sticks together no matter what. And tonight, he is unleashing his version of Otis onto him. The version of Otis that doesn't feel bad about anything and obeys his master. As Otis is just kind of looking there all sad. Sammy and Otis are having a match as Chad distracts Otis while Otis is standing in the corner, and Sammy runs at him with the haluva kick and beats Otis 1, 2, 3. Gable gets in the ring immediately after the match and starts beating up. He starts beating up Sammy. Gable starts beating up Sammy as Tozawa and Maxine jump in the ring to attend to Otis. Gable yells at them to get out of the ring, and Otis, he's going over by Otis, and he's trying to get Otis to hit Sammy, but Otis won't do it. He then slaps him twice, and Otis is in the corner, and he's starting to shake his legs, and he's starting to get real fucking riled up, and he goes to run at Chad Gable, who's standing in the middle of the ring, and Sammy's in the opposing corner. Chad moves out of the way, and Otis runs right into Sami Zayn and hits him with the World's Strongest Slam. Again, he has a beautiful World's Strongest Slam, and I really think this could be their tease of Mark Henry coming back into the company for sure.
I think so. I think they're definitely, they teased it with the AJ stuff. They're teasing it now. I think it's definitely hinting at his return. But speaking of teases, I love these teases with Otis, man. He was definitely aiming for Gable, and he was aiming for Gable back at the pay-per-view, man. So I really like what they're doing here.
Absolutely, man. So, he runs, he hits him with the World's Strongest Slam, and as he's standing over Sammy, Gable's standing by his side, and Otis just whips around, and he just starts fucking getting in Gable's face, and again, for the second week in a row, and this crowd sucked. Don't get me wrong, this crowd sucked. Even they came alive when Otis got in his face, and he was walking towards Chad Gable. Gable backed down into the corner and even sat and put his hands up, telling Otis, not to hit him.
Yeah.
And he knows something's coming, and I know he's probably got some backup that he's trying to get together. He's
got the Freak Bros.
Yeah. So he backs Gable's down in the corner. Gable's sitting, and he put his hands up, and Otis raises his fist to Chad Gable, and then Otis storms away, and as soon as Gable sees him storm away, He is just sitting in the corner with the smirkiest prick smile on his face. I'm just like, man, this guy is a dick. I love it.
Oh yeah. Truly, man. This is how you do a good dickhead, man, and I fucking love it.
It really is. It really, really is, man. But yeah, so that was that. The Miz finds R-Truth in the back. Truth says he was getting his fortune told. He says they have a match against APA. Scarlett then walks out of the room that Truth just came out of with a tarot card. And she hands the Miz his card, and it is the card of death. And she says AOP will see them tonight because Truth agreed to a tag team title match. I don't know what the fuck we got to do, but I'm sorry. I think our Truth segments are great, and he can keep doing them. I think they're a great part of Monday Night Raw. Got to get the titles off these guys.
Those segments don't need the title, man. Get them titles off of them. Please.
You know, you just created these new titles, man, and instead of adding prestige to them, you got them running around in backstage fortune-telling segments. I mean, it's a joke.
Literally, it really is, man. Makes no fucking sense, dude. And get a tag team with these tag titles, man, please.
The sooner you put the Creed brothers with Chad Gable, they need to be the guys to take the titles from the Awesome Truth.
Oh, 100%. Have to.
Yeah, it needs to be done. Absolutely. So, that was that. Zoe and Shayna defeat Alba Fire and Isla Dawn after Alba Fire and Isla Dawn had a pre-match promo where they were talking about how they're going to win in the triple threat match on Saturday night in Glasgow, and then they just go out there and fucking lose. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Great use of them for this upcoming pay-per-view.
Yeah, seriously. The match ended just with a basic Karafuda clutch, and that was it.
Good lord.
Braun Breaker defeats Ilya Dragunov in a very, very, very physical match, as you would expect. These two put on a fucking banger here on tonight's show. Like I said, very physical. Dragunov, his dialogue and his, grunting and moaning or whatever you want to call it when he's on the ground, you genuinely feel as if this man just got, shot in his fucking leg. He's...
Oh, man. Exudes agonizing pain.
Dude, he's selling his ass off for Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker hit him with 3 spears it took to bring Dragunov down. He hit him with just a basic running spear. He hit him with an outside run around the ring spear. And then he hit him with his 23-mile-an-hour hit the rope spear. And he was able to put away Ilya Dragunov. After the match, Dragunov was kind of by the corner part of the barricade where they, like to do the barricade spot. And Braun gets out of the ring, and he starts fucking charging at Ilya Dragunov. And Ricochet does a springboard jump from the barricade, takes out Braun Breaker, and throws him into the crowd as he saves Ilya Dragunov. And this seems as if it's going to be Ricochet's last appearance. Again, they kind of set something up for him and Braun. And also, they did mention that Ilya and him don't have unfinished business. So it's kind of weird that they didn't write all that off before his contract was up. But at the end of the...
I feel like they expect him back in a couple years anyway.
Yeah, I can see that. So at least he'll have something to do when he comes back.
Exactly, because truthfully, I think this AEW run for him is going to be probably pretty quick. I think it'll be 3-4 years, and then it goes back. I don't see him staying over on the other side, man. So, he got to look at the hard cam side with fans for one last time for a little bit, and good for him.
I think he wants to go to AEW to come back to WWE and prove that he's worth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Definitely. So Ricochet saves him, and I swear to you, I've never seen this dude more happy and amped up than his last WWE appearance. Hilarious.
God, bro. That's insane.
We get another Judgment Day backstage where a priest tells the Judgment Day that shouldn't have happened out there, and they need to take care of that. Obviously, the LWO and Braun Strowman problem. Dom pulls the hotel key card out of his pants as they're all like, oh, there it is. And he says Liv must have planted it there. And they put it back on the table. Now, this gets interesting. Priest tells Dom, you really need to put your foot down with this Liv stuff. He says, now, we need to get back to doing what we do best. We need to take care of business. All right, everybody. So he puts his fist up to do knuckles. Everybody puts their fist up. As everybody's got their fist up, you just see on the bottom of your screen Finn Balor grab the key card and put it in his fucking pocket. They're in cahoots, bro. Dom, Liv, and JD McDonut are all in cahoots with Liv Morgan. They all are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All of them. They're all in conspiracy together. Against Damian Priest, man. And
Yep.
they're setting it up.
I mean, shit, I
100%.
wouldn't like him either.
Oh hell no! Dude, there would be such a coup being thrown at that man. They're being patient and like setting it up, with dealing with him. I would just get done and want it done. Let's just jump him and get that over with. But
Might as well.
they're playing a long game, which I respect.
Definitely, man. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre backstage segment. Sheamus reminds Drew he's on the cusp of greatness. And he tells him this Saturday he needs to take it home. Drew tells Sheamus he better be there, because I'm going to win the world championship and we're going to be smashing pints all night. This is the segment I was talking about, if you couldn't tell. Sheamus tells him, don't worry about Ludwig, because all his receipts are coming and he's going to smash his face and win Money in the Bank to stop Ludwig from doing it. Drew tells him, listen, if you win Money in the Bank, by the time you do, I'll be the world champ. And unlike all these guys around here, I know you're a real man, so just give me the heads up before you cash in. Sheamus says if he does cash in on him, it'll be like old times. Banger after banger after banger, as these two, just had a wholesome interaction, as they always do, as the great friends that they are. I'm glad both of them stayed with WWE because I love their dynamic.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then that was it. But dude, with the constant talk of I'm gonna be world champ, I'm gonna be world champ after Saturday, he's probably not gonna be world champ.
He won't be. He's not going to be world champ, man. We all know. He's gonna be cost the title from CM Punk. We all know what's gonna happen, man.
Especially because we have not seen Punk.
At all.
Nope.
At once. He's back at AEW booking the show. So when we see him back, he'll be costing Drew the title.
The Awesome Truth defeat AOP. I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna be a really fucking irritating Saturday. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to be really fucking irritated on Saturday. I really am, guys.
Good, great.
The Awesome Truth defeat AOP. The New Day come out for the distraction. As the ref is distracted, Truth hits Akam, who's about to powerbomb Miz with the title in the back. And he distracts Akam. Akam turns around because he was not fazed by the title being hit at all. And the Miz rolls up Akam and beats him. Trips. Again, I know you're trying to save it for the Creeds, or at least you better be saving it for the Creeds, but bro, god damn, you didn't have to do AOP like that.
You could have just not done this match.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't get why that had to happen. Just makes that shitty group look even fucking worse.
It really does. So yeah, I mean, again, like you said, it does no favors to the group, and I think everybody involved could have went without doing this.
Quite literally. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of bringing AOP back was if you're going to have them lose clean to the awesome Truth.
The Miz. Good lord.
Good lord. Ricochet is helping Dragunov in the back as Braun Breaker comes out of nowhere and spears him through a production crate. Braun and Ricochet brawl into the parking lot, with Braun throwing Ricochet back first into a production truck, which hurt the hell out of Ricochet, and Ricochet was getting some decent offense in on him. It really, really hurt him and it really swayed the momentum after he threw him into the production truck back first. He then picks him up and lawn darts him into another production truck, and man,
It hit that concrete. Oh.
that man fucking doinked his fucking head off that production truck, and then back first, bam, right on the fucking slab of concrete. Ow.
Well, at least he's in a place where he can work injured anyway, so.
Ricochet is absolutely grunting for his life. This man is so damn hurt. Braun then walks up the same stairs of the production truck he just lawn darted him into, and jumping power slams Ricochet off the truck stairs and power slams him through a windshield. God, dude, they are making Braun Breaker out to be the most dangerous fucking guy we've seen in a long time. They're booking him amazingly.
He is fucking phenomenal. He is a fucking monster backstage. I love it.
This is how you do a main roster call up, and this is the shit I loved about Solo Sikoa right after he got called up.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But yeah, man, I mean, this was great stuff, dude. This was great stuff. Braun Breaker absolutely destroyed this man, and if this was his last appearance, they did it great. They put over Braun, and if Ricochet does come back, we know he's got unfinished business with Ilya, and he's got unfinished business now with Braun Breaker. So, amazing stuff. WWE played this up very well. Samantha Irvin was distraught ringside watching this happen to her fiance. She gets in the ambulance and drives away with Ricochet as they drive straight to Jacksonville, Florida, as Ilya Dragunov is standing there off into the back, all hurt, watching his buddy, drive away too. And it does suck that they had Ilya lose. I wish they would. I really need them to kind of start kicking it into second gear with Ilya as well.
Oh, 100%. They need to start moving more with him. But I really like what they did here. I think they did well.
100%, man. This left Pat McAfee to do the ring introductions. He announced Finn Balor as a part of representing the bum-ass Judgment Day. I wonder how hard it was for Finn Balor not to fucking start die laughing. This man had a straight face the whole time.
He's probably trying so hard, man.
Oh, I couldn't imagine. But yeah, man, back to Braun, dude. They are making him just... They are putting like serious stock into this guy, and it is great. It is seriously so phenomenal the work they're doing with him.
Oh, it really is, man. He looks like a fucking $1 million.
100%, man. And in the main event, Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor. And if Drew wins, Judgment Day is banned from ringside. If Finn wins, they're not banned from ringside. Damian Priest comes out to try to distract, even though I thought he said he didn't need his boys there, but whatever. Good old Priest. Priest tries to distract Drew McIntyre, which leads to Finn getting the upper hand, getting some offense, and he misses. He goes for the coup de grace, and he misses the coup de grace, which he then landed on his feet, did a roll. Drew McIntyre rolled out of it, and Finn turned around into a Claymore, and Drew pinned Finn, winning the match for himself, which means Judgment Day is banned from ringside. This makes this all that much worse. Judgment Day is banned from ringside on Saturday night, and Damian Priest, his attempt to distract Drew McIntyre didn't work, and the show ended with Damian Priest holding up the championship to Drew McIntyre, as we all knew it wasn't going to be Judgment Day helping Damian Priest win the match. It's going to be that motherfucker, Phil Brooks. He's going to fucking ruin my night on Saturday.
God damn. He's ruining our Saturday nights for some people, and it's going to ruin our Saturday afternoon, really. Evening, early evening. And it's going to suck, dude. We all know what's going to happen. He's going to cost him the match. But if you notice, who wasn't out there to help in the Judgment Day? They're setting it up, man, and I like what they're doing.
Yep. Absolutely. I also forgot to mention, too, on SmackDown, it was confirmed Cody and AJ in an I Quit match. Pretty good. Yeah. Pretty good story. Pretty good. I liked how they've ramped the story up with the fake retirement and whatnot. I like it.
I like it a lot, and a lot of people saying that they think we see Arn on Saturday to help Cody. He's gonna bring out the Glock.
Oh fuck!
I mean, I would quit too if I had a Glock on my face. So I think they're setting it up, man. Maybe they got cash too.
Definitely, man. But yeah, man. Drew McIntyre, bro. Oh, this fucking Saturday night's I know it's gonna be a banger show, but dude, yet again at another Clash at the Castle show, Drew McIntyre is gonna get fucked by outside interference, and it's gonna just absolutely piss me the fuck off. I already know it. I can't
wait. I'm gonna love that review. I'm already excited for the review. I'm pumped.
You know, around this time last year, last July-ish, I was ranting about Damian Priest winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, and almost a calendar year later, I'm going to be bitching about Damian Priest winning the World Heavyweight Championship and screwing Drew McIntyre, and I don't know what the fuck Triple H is thinking here, because I don't know anybody in their right mind that wants to see Gunther take on Damian Priest. Who the fuck wants to see that?
Finn gotta win that Money in the Bank and just cash in on that.
Please,
man.
Bro.
It has to happen.
Please.
For the love of God, please.
Drew defeats Finn, and we get the face-off to end the show, as that is everything for your week of wrestling, bro. And holy shit. We are in for a fucking just... we are in for an episode on Friday night because Saturday night, because golly, the way it's looking, it's just really gonna piss me off, man. But I don't think Drew's winning this, bro. But it was a decent episode of Monday Night Raw. It was actually, I wish AEW would take notes on how to do a go-home show.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Boy, they don't know how to.
This was a show that actually got you so pumped for the pay-per-view, and I'm so pumped for it, man. I really am. It's going to be a great weekend, and like I said, I'm over the moon excited for it, man. But with that, man, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast of Notorious Unscripted, and this has been another edition of Unscripted, man. And with that, that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode of Unscripted, man. And with that, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And that's okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted. This has been episode 199. Thank you guys so very much, man. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on Friday with the news and the Clash at the Castle 2024 Scotland official predictions.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the Your smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like on the one that what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite. Throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty. Don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck with
Here I am, I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread about the lyrics over harmony grit. It's the Mood Killer Death Trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring, use the #1 contender. Looking cold booty like your pussy